finish. Probably an entertaining game, to watch from a fan perspective, but disappointed in the turnovers for us. In the way we started the game. Liked our spirit after the intermission. I thought our guys came out with a really good fight and aggressiveness on both ends. We started the second half with three straight kills, but didn't get another one for the rest of the game. And turnovers had a lot to do with that. Our defense is not great already, but when you turn the ball over, it makes it impossible. So we got to value the ball. Finished eighth. Got Butler on Wednesday, and the best basketball arena in the world.
Yeah.
How have the last few days been for you and just kind of dealing with everything and, dealing with the.
Yeah, we've had a couple of really good days of prep, I thought. The Marquette game was really, really tough. We, trying to figure out why that game went like that. And sometimes you got to chalk it up to you'll have one or two just stinkers a year where you just never had it. You don't look like yourself. A bunch of guys played poorly. Um, I was, the Marquette game was tough, but the challenge to the guys was how do we respond? It felt bad in our building, lose by 20. But we came on in the second half, and again, I liked our spirit in the second half, just up six or so with, seven with 11:29 left, six with a little less, and just some of the turnovers in transition. The way we play, give our guys a lot of freedom to make decisions, and we made some poor ones.
The blob at the end, it looked like you got what you wanted, looked like you got a slip and was right there at the front of the rim. Was it just an execution issue?
Yeah, we had baseline after baseline after baseline. We ran one play, Jalen got a three. We ran another play, Jameer Jones was wide open under the basket. Jalen shot another three. And with the stoppage, I figured we ran the same play twice. We had both of them were open. I figured in that timeout they were talking about how to guard the play we just ran twice, so we ran something different. Osmond was open over the top. I don't know who the Georgetown player was, but Osmond was getting shoved in his back on that play. I thought it was a foul. It wasn't called, but 22 turnovers more important than that. Yeah.
And how much of the turnovers? I know you said that some of it was decision making. Did you think that the majority of them was more on you all than anything Georgetown was doing?
Yeah, Georgetown pressures you. They got back in our game and Providence pressuring us. Thought we handled the pressure okay, and I won't know until I watch it. I thought we were loose. We were loose. We were dribbling off our foot. Missed a wide open dunk. The ball slipped out of Osmond's hand. We had Cole bounce it out of bounds late. I'm thinking of all on top of my mind. 22, probably a little bit of both,
And Vince had a lot of success tonight. What was it that
He's a very good player, man. He's a very good player. USC, but really got to watch him at St. John's. Obviously, you play in a program like St. John's, you're going to pick up a lot of good stuff. He's tough, he's big, he's a great athlete, he plays hard, and when he plays the Friars, he turns into Kevin Garnett as a jump shooter. So he's a really, really, really good player. And Georgetown is a much better team than their record. That big gap in the season when he wasn't there, I thought hurt them some. I felt like I didn't see him the other night out there a lot against St. John's, but he's been great against us. Two great games, and I mean he made his first two threes of his college career against us in Providence, and Kevin Garnett banged another one tonight. So
Kim, first half timeout after one of their layups, she slammed your whiteboard down. Was that a reaction to your player not guarding or a reaction to your coaching point?
no, it just slipped out of my hand. And yeah, we were just loose with the ball. It was after a loose, lackadaisical one-hand pass, and what are you doing?
How do you counsel your kids to kind of like to handle this news, to process this news, these reports that we're hearing?
Yeah, there's been no news, there's been no news in our program. We talk about everything every day. And the only news was, coming off a three-game win streak, losing to Marquette the way we did. And that not being the end of the world, how we respond, how we show up, how we work, how we prepare, how we hold our heads up. is the most important thing. And I'm really proud of our guys. And that second half, the way they came out, showed a lot. Now, if we can just get to the point where we start the game on that type time, and that's the focus going in MSG.
It is, that steadfastness. Did you get it from Duty Lewis at all? Did he impact your?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, this isn't, I mean, like we're playing basketball. I get to coach a basketball game, Madison Square Garden on Wednesday night. Like, um, you know, Tehran, Iran is pressure right now. You know, you're living in Haiti or Gaza. That's pressure right now. We're playing and coaching basketball. Like, no one's gonna get hit or hurt. We're playing basketball, so you keep things in a perspective.
Coach, your team had 8 points tonight. I was wondering. Was
Eight?
that eight?
We had 79.
The bench, sorry, the bench.
Oh,
Yeah. So was that a function of the flow of the game, or did you make a deliberate decision to just lean on starters?
I made a deliberate decision to lean on the starters.
One more question.
Thanks, guys. Bailey, second. Hey, guys.
Kim, just heard what you said about the last play there. I mean, that was, you thought that they'd be overloading Jalen, is that there?
Well, we had ran the same play twice. Jalen got an open three the first time. The second time, Jameer was wide open under the basket. We went to Jalen again. He missed a three. And when we had the third opportunity with no timeouts, there was a makeshift timeout because they were checking the time. So, I assume that they were on the other end figuring out why they couldn't guard that play back-to-back times. And we went with a different play. A different play to get some movement and get Oswin over the top. We ran it ironically against them in the past. It's been good to us, that play. I thought Oswin got pushed in the back. Not complaining. I thought he got pushed in the back and it was a foul.
And his hand, was good enough to, still make him a target there?
Yeah, he could catch
Yep.
it for sure. He had just, got a rebound and
Okay.
made a free throw, I feel like maybe. They gave up two offensive rebounds late, which were killers. And then they didn't really hurt us on the glass, but they got a couple late.
And how has it been preparing for this game with, the noise around the program the last couple of days?
There's been no noise around our program the last couple of days. We've been in the gym. We've been working. We talk about every single thing, everything that's going on in our program, and everything, and great clarity. And I thought we had two really good days of prep. Thought they had a good We didn't start the game the right way, but I was really proud of the resolve and the way they came out of halftime and playing. It's just now the onus and the focus is, can we start the game with that type of energy and focus and intensity?
I have to ask, have you been told anything about your status for subsequent seasons after this one?
I am coaching this team, and I'm coaching this team on Wednesday night or Wednesday at MSG.
Kim, they're going to hand out, I think, Big East, well, rookie first team awards tomorrow. Just talk about, what Jameer and Stefan have meant to this team this year.
Yeah, I mean they've done more than we had hoped when we put the team together. When you end up relying on freshmen, you have a lot of ups and downs. I've been a part of it before. 2 other times as an assistant coach, coaching really good freshmen, really good sophomores, and then they kind of blossom as juniors and seniors. We've had a lot of success with our young guys, our freshmen. Rich Barron, Ryan, Oswin, Vox, and Jameer will be all freshmen likely. As they grow, they improve.
And Jalen have, him becoming the Big East scoring champ. What can you say about him?
Yeah, he got better and better. He got better and better throughout the season. Tall task to adjust. He played at Ball State, played at Central Florida, come to Providence, 3 different coaches, but different staffs, different styles. He really bought in as the season went on to the way we play, the pace, the decisions, the reads, and we haven't won as much as he'd like to or we'd like to, but he's equipped for what he needs as he finishes this season, but ultimately goes on to become a professional.
The turnover issues, Kim, the last couple of games. Can you put your finger on anything specifically, or?
Yeah, Marquette's different than Georgetown. It's what they do. Marquette's eighth in the nation in steal rate. Georgetown, good defensive team. Not, but well, they are sometimes. Especially when Uwachukwu out there for sure. They have some really good defensive lineups. But I just thought a lot of our turnovers were careless. I won't know, Brendan, until I watch it. But I just have in my mind, spin dribbling in the middle of the court when 2 guys are guarding you, like lazy one-hand passes, dribbling off your feet, passing the ball out of bounds. I just remember a lot of offensive fouls, on screens, ridiculous things that, and it hurts us because our offense is really good, especially when we get a shot. We have a top whatever offense in the country, and our defense is not really good. And we need our offense to give our defense a chance. And when you're turning it over, you're killing your defense.
But what about the spark that Ryan Meal has given you these last couple of games?
Yeah, I've begged him for 2 years to shoot the ball. Stop turning down open shots. And he's shooting the ball, and he's made 3 threes, career high in both of the last 2 games shooting the ball. So he's getting better. He and Osmond, those young guys, Vox, Jameer, they're going to continue to grow and become really good players.
It seems like this group has done a good job blocking out the noise. What can you say about, once again, them not letting go of the rope?
I don't know what noise you're talking about, honestly. Like, I don't like, I mean, hopefully our guys are listening to people that that can help them in basketball. I know I wouldn't listen to nobody that couldn't help me in basketball or coaching or life. So our guys are in our locker room, focusing, getting better. Disappointed the way we let our 3-game win streak dissipate against Marquette. Disappointed where we started this game. Proud of the way we finished. We came out in the second half and really took control of the game, but just couldn't make enough plays down the stretch.
Kim, what do you think of the draw? Butler and potentially St. John's.
Yeah, get ready for a double overtime game.
Yeah.
I hope we're healthy. Again, every game in this league, you're playing one of the best coaches in the country. So that amount of 500 plus wins, Michael Ajayi, all league, Finley Bizjack all league. They're young guys. Drayton's a good big. They play. We've just hope it doesn't go to Syracuse, Connecticut 6 overtimes.
Any more questions, guys?
Thank you.
Thanks.
Lil.